I made a bunch of odd scissors, and to be honest, none really great, so as you can see, they don't get a lot of use. So I'm bent on making better scissors, and this is my latest creation. This is my best by far, and given the short blades, it's not really meant to be a paper cutting scissor. I used the outer ring of an old roller bearing to make this. I took that off, cut it in half, and made this pair of scissors. I got a hold of these smaller bearings, and I'm going to use two of these today to make a similar yet somewhat finer scissor. The short, thick scissor I made really excels at stuff like this. But the main thing I like it for is cutting my toenails. Though if the blades were a bit finer, it would be even better. It would have been a lot easier if I just pried it open when hot. As it is, I'm making a bit of a mess. It seems like most bearings are 50 to 100 steel, though they could also be stainless, the 440 series stainless that has a higher carbon content. I'm just going to assume this is 50 to 100. I could probably use the inner rings for something as well. So with this shape here, with the material I have, the majority of the forging is going to be drawing out for the finger rings. I want to give a shout out to three guys who have been donating on a recurring basis through PayPal to my channel for a very long time. They are Matthew West, Graham Jameson, and John Bates. Matthew West is actually my first recurring supporter, the OG supporter, and I really appreciate all three guys, so thanks very much. Because of that groove, the handle ends have somewhat of a cold shut. It's a continuous line. To me, it's just decorative. I don't think it's going to affect the scissor at all, and I won't have that line on the blade ends. So I've tried drilling, but the material is just too hard, and so hot punching is the way to go. The simple bending jigs I had made for sale recently seem to be a hit, and so I'm working on something similar, another version. If you have any interest, just send me an email. So this is a good time to talk about right-handed versus left-handed scissors, because it's at this point where you'll make your decision about which one it's going to be. Notice on this right-handed scissor that I'm holding in my left, now in my right, that the right-handed side, the right-handed blade goes up when I open it. That makes it a right-handed scissor. On this standard scissor, which is larger, you can probably see it more clearly. See, the right-handed side goes up. It doesn't matter which way I turn it. The right side goes up, it's a right-handed scissor. If the left-handed side goes up, then it's a left-handed scissor. So at this point with this pair of scissors, depending on how I orientate it, makes it either a right or a left-handed scissor. This way it's right. If I reverse them and turn it this way, then you'll notice that the left-handed side is going up. So that makes it a left-handed scissor. Beyond that simple explanation, there's more nuance. I'm actually left-handed, or that is, I write with my left hand, but I use a scissor in the right hand. My wife is right-handed, but she uses a right-handed scissor in her left hand to cut things. It really just depends on how you apply pressure when closing the blades. Anyway, I'm always learning something. It's a never-ending learning process. So after forming the offset and thinning the blades, the rivet, which is 4 millimeters, won't fit. I only have this old broken 4 millimeter drill, but I can make it work, and I'll show you how. This would normally just skid off this steel in a normalized state, but after I heat it up some, it just goes right through. I plan to use this copper rivet along with a couple of washers, but temporarily I'll use a bolt and a nut to hold everything in place. Because this is so small, so I'll just grind to shape. If it was larger, then I would have done some more forging. This final flat disc I use is 400 grit. So the most crucial part is the inside edge. That just has to be very crisp. So it seems most scissors have a little bit of curve in the blades, but this is a little bit hard to accomplish, at least for me, on such a short-bladed pair of scissors. I'm just going by feel, trial and error. In the future, maybe I'll have some sort of jig that will help me to get just the right angle, just the right amount of curve. As far as I can tell, using washers helps to apply pressure more evenly over the joint. I'm not going to harden this pair of scissors. I'm just going to let the steel normalize. Seems pretty good. And without any honing, it's already decently sharp. I think I've got a ways to go to perfect my scissor making, but turning out better and better. This is a piece of carbide. Help to just get that edge a little bit sharper. I'll spare you from seeing my toenails again. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we've got a lot more fooling around to do.